They would sing happy birthday and blow out.
Yeah, I remember that, the video. I totally remember that.
Borchata and Niall Hina Melchalana Sheku Shana Visasa, Vitzivana Wahavne Shel Chanaka. Borchata and Niall Hina Melchalam Shal Sam Yisi, Lava Senu Vayamim Hayim, Bazman Hazeh. Borchata and Niall Hina Melchalam Shekiana Vihigimana, Vihigiyano Azman Hazeh.
Amen.
Amen. It's supposed to say amen.
Amen. With my cousin.
Women.
Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, so I'm not finishing the bouquet. I give up. Bouquet background today. It'll probably be finished up tomorrow. It's coming out really good, and you don't want to rush those things, especially when you like what you're doing. So I'm giving myself another day, maybe two, to finish the picture up, because it takes a long time, and it's a very detailed instruction on how I'm doing it. So I need more than 24 hours. This I was going to do next week, but I decided to do today because time is of the essence that I do this. I got my shipping farbens, sheepy fat farbens, Shapir Farben, these. But I broke down, and I also bought the Sergeant Arts. And I was going to do this big, comparison to each other, test everything from the pencil weight to the blind, getting my daughter to do it blindly. But the fact of the matter is, the conclusion was already made as soon as I picked up these pencils. These are really good pencils. Whether they're made of wax or whether they're the same brand as the Shipper Farbens, Shapir Farbens, they're good pencils. And in a minute, you're going to find out why I don't want to touch these pencils too much. And I don't want to do such a extensive one on these. If I take two pencils that I'm going to take one, say this one. This looks like it would be crimson red. I don't know what it says on it. Or Scarlet Lake. Let's see what they... Burnt red. Yeah, same thing. And I use it. These do feel wax. They have... They're not as creamy. It feels a little bit inexpensive wax. But when you start blending with these are a powerhouse. These are only $29. Or maybe even cheaper, $23, I think. And when you start blending with them, and you'll see in just a second, you get a nice creamy blend. Look how easy it is to blend out these pencils. And for the $23 that I paid for these pencils, and you're putting it on a coloring book, these are well worth the $23. The Shipper Farbens, they're a little bit smoother as far as the creaminess of the wax. Now I'm going to get out a red one if I can get it. This is not the identical match, but when I feel it, it almost feels, this is more of a brown. It feels the same. It really, to me, it's really looking at the high difference that you really need to know the different pencils. But for your guys' levels, especially the beginner, you're not going to know. And look how rich the colors. Now, these are running close to $40 now for the 72 set. They're worth it too. If you are a beginner colorist and you want an inexpensive set, I would go with the Sergeant Art, because $10 is $10. It's like the difference between them. I'm sorry they if they're from the same company or manufacturer, they might not be from the same company, but definitely from very close. I'm not convinced that the same manufacturers made these pencils. They're too identical in design. If they were made by different companies, it would just be different. The difference I'm feeling is which one is this? Okay, the Ship and Farbens are a little fatter. Okay, then the Sergeant Arts slightly, but that could be barrel size since it's caught up in the both of them have plugs on the end, so I really can't tell what the size of the core is. It's not the barrel, it's the core. They both feel good in my hands. The gold, one is matte, one is gloss. That could be just the paint they put in the machine. They seem to, well, not the second, but they're the same length pencils. They're, the machine could have been set like a little bit lower when the painting. These are all manufacturing details that can be easily changed by, just changing the setting on the machine. So who knows? They could be the same, but I have a feeling that they are. They're coming out of the same place. For the $10 difference, if one wax is one oil, it doesn't matter. They're not high-end pencils, although you can get a high-end look out of them, and that's what makes these pencils really good and highly recommendable, especially when you have, people who have limited budget or they want to spend their money on the books, and this is their play money. You can get more for your bang. You can get, in addition to, if you were going to buy a set and the Ship and Farbens versus the Sergeant Arts, the $10 difference is the difference of buying a electric battery operated eraser. When it came to erasing, which they say wax and oils don't erase as well as wax, I got like the same results. They both wipe off the page equally. So you couldn't even tell that way. With some of the higher end oils, they don't erase as well because they get into the paper. So I'm not going to say lower end, because these are not lower end quality pencils. They're good quality for the money that you're spending. I would get either one of these sets. Now, the reason I'm not doing a huge drawing out test, well, let's get these pencils back into the proper places because I don't want to ruin the tips. I got something special for one of my followers. He's like, Mom, don't bother me. I'm in my haunches. See the way he has his back arched? Whenever he eats, that's his position of pouncing. And he's like, Mom, I'm hunting. I took some of his decorations out. He was tearing them up. This is going to go to a shout out for Cassie Ponce. Cassie Ponce is an adorable, feisty little lady who lives in a nursing home, and she's a follower of mine, and she's trying so hard. Is not going to beat around the bush, which she said in her email to me. She was going to tell me what she wanted, and this is what she wanted. She wanted me to do a picture in crayon, because that's what she's using. She wants crayon on grayscale. Well, Cassie, crayon on grayscale. I'm going to put the URL. I did do a crayon. I did a crayon demo. My goddaughter got into my crayons, which is what little kids do, and they are in the bottom of her toy chest here. So instead of me digging out my crayons and doing another crayon demo, because crayons on grayscale, you got to use like a solvent to break them down for it to come out spectacular. It's possible, but you really need to do a lot of chemical blending on them. I thought it would be better if I gave you this set. And that's why I do not want to touch the tips, because seeing those tips the first time on a 72 pencil set, they're so pretty. I don't want to destroy them for you, but you sent me your address on the bottom of your email to me. You included your address, and I just thought I was blessed this season by a wonderful woman, Brenda, who gave me some really powerhouse pencils. And while these are not a powerhouse pencil, they are really good pencils, and anything that I do as far as my lessons can easily be done with these pencils. These blend, they do everything. You could do every technique with these pencils that I teach you, and I would like to pass this set on to you. I will get it right in the mail to you. My next shout out is going to Barbara Braca. Happy Hanukkah to you too. And I got your request. I'm not going to have time today to do a full blown out Hanukkah picture. I really should have planned better because Hanukkah snuck up on me. I didn't even realize it started last night, and I thought I had more time. But I will do a small demo for you. She would like me to do some tutorial on doing a menorah, which I think is a very good request because I am Jewish and I really should have planned a little better. I don't know if I told you guys we're a mixed household, so we celebrate holiday. Okay, my next shout out is to Kim Schwind. I responded to your email, but apparently it came back as one of those demon mail return on it. I don't know why it did that, but it says mailer Damon. It's one of those I return and you don't get your email sent. So I'm really sorry I didn't respond to you quicker than this. And let me see what you were writing about. Okay, you were talking to me about the Sergeant Art pencils, and I covered what I actually wrote to you in your email. This goes without saying, my heartfelt condolences to the Bush family. May you rest in peace, President Bush. And my last news for Monday Madness goes out to yesterday's Easter egg winner, and I'm going to give it to two people because they sort of both caught it first, but in different ways. Annie G was the first person to say bouquet because I mispronounced it, and Nee Color Creations nailed it. I misspelled it. That was on purpose, and she was the first person to pick up on that. So I'm going to give you both guys the opportunity to have a private lesson. Please email me and be specific because I get a lot of email. If you are the winners and you want your prize, please just say, winner and what day you won so that it doesn't get mixed up in all my other mail. I'll probably be changing up my email to a more specific channel email because it's kind of getting into my spam mail, and I'm getting mail every day and it's getting harder and harder to find. So I will get back to you guys with the new email address, and then I'll go changing it on my channel for you guys. Annie G and Night Color Creation, send me an email. Okay, so that's it for today's gossip for Monday's madness. And I will be seeing you guys tomorrow or possibly later tonight with that tutorial on how to do menorah. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.